In 2023, a young Igbo girl stood before her graduating class at Southwest University, China, not just as student, but as the best graduating student in her set, and she delivered her valedictory speech entirely in Mandarin. Her name is Ema Amu, and what you are about to watch is that speech, followed by her sit-down interview with Channels Television, where she opens up about the journey that got her there.
尊敬的领导、老师、亲爱的同学们，大家好。我是国际学院19级汉语言文学专业的陈月，来自尼日利亚，很荣幸代表2023届全体来华留学毕业生发言。大家也许会奇怪，一个外国人学汉语就可以了，为什么还选择读中文系？在中文系学什么？怎么学？学得怎么样？其实当时选择这个专业，我也很茫然，不仅要掌握汉字，还要掌握由这些汉字组成的诗词歌赋，我容易吗？但我很快发现，生活在西南大学学古诗一点也不难。下雨时走在玉兰花下，我感受到了夜来风雨声，花落知多少。起风时来到樟树林，我明白了鸟鸣山更幽，长草林雨静。春天漫步承德湖，我看到了碧玉妆成一树高，万条垂下绿丝绦。秋天抬头看到银杏，我体会到了清空一鹤排云上，便引诗情到碧霄。感谢母校，让我在诗意的校园爱上中文，感受了中文之美。西南大学给我打开了一扇门，让我从此走进迷人的文化世界。从孔子到朱熹，从李白到苏轼，从汉唐边关到今天的一带一路。我像当年乘船来到中国的遣唐使一样，深深地被中华文化吸引。我也像当年骑着骆驼走在丝绸之路上的使者，因为热爱，所以想将这里的文化带向世界。在一带一路的宏伟建设中，在讲好中国故事的号召下，作为一名留学生，我深感自己的使命与责任。在西南大学浓厚的文化氛围中，我加入了留学生诗词表演社团，和一群志同道合的同学参加了各种活动和比赛，获得了无数奖项。2022年，我们获得了东盟艺术节诗词朗诵一等奖，这是从全球25个国家120多个作品中脱颖而出的，只有2个一等奖。足以见我们西南大学留学生的实力，也足以见西南大学的实力。你们知道中央电视台的中国诗词大会节目吗？你们参加过吗？那我要骄傲地说，我参加过。2022年，我站上了中国诗词大会的舞台，与立波、康正聊李白，还现场背诵了《将进酒》。君不见黄河之水天上来，奔流到海不复回。君不见高堂明镜悲白发，朝如青丝暮成雪。当我背诵完，全场掌声雷动，感谢母校。是母校给了我站上舞台的能力和勇气。我爱西南大学，从一个汉语都说不好的老外，变成了能流利朗诵唐诗宋词的西大学子。我不想快乐的时光变成春花秋月何时了，往事知多少。所以我选择留在母校读研究生。我将继续在这里探索传统文化的魅力，涵养文化传播的能力。优秀灿烂的文化不仅是中国的，也应该是世界的。期待有一天，通过我们共同的努力，能让中华文化变成9万里风鹏正举，变成 天生我材必有用，愿成天下谁人不识君。谢谢大家。
谢谢恒月同学。
A young Nigerian woman, Ema Amu, has emerged the best graduating student at Southwest University, Chongqing, China. Amuche shone above more than 9,500 students, and as a result of her great feat, was voted valedictorian on behalf of all the international students. She made her speech in Chinese. Well, joining us on the program from China, speaking not in Chinese this time, in English, is Ifoma. Hello, Ifoma. Great to see you. Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yes, and congratulations. It's no mean feat to be the best student when going up against so many others, especially in a foreign country. How does this feel?
Thank you so much. I was overwhelmed to be selected as the representative of international students in my school. So to be able to be on that stage on that day, the 22nd of June, that was very amazing.
What were your impressions of China before you got there, and how has this changed, if it has?
Okay, before I came to China, I heard people saying Chinese people eat frogs, they eat snakes, they eat lizards, and also they can fly. Everybody can do kung fu, but actually it's totally different. Yeah, some parts of China, of course, they eat frogs, and not all parts of China, yes, but not all Chinese know how to do kung fu, and not all Chinese fly. So it's not like they fly, it's just movie trick, it's film trick. So I think this aspect actually changed.
All right, so why did you decide to go to China as an international student?
Okay, I studied Chinese back then in Federal Polytechnic Oko while as a student of Federal Polytechnic Oko. Yes, I was combining my departmental course and Chinese because I found interest and I picked interest in Chinese when I was still a kid. So I was lucky enough to see that Federal Polytechnic Oko has this course, not like a departmental course, but just an extracurricular activity which you can do if you are interested in it. So I picked up interest in Chinese, studied Chinese, and decided to go to China to learn more of their culture and their way of thinking. Yeah.
And your family, they must be proud of you. What have they said about this feat of yours? What's their reaction?
They were very happy, especially my mom. She was overwhelmed because she hardly believed that was her child up there at the stage speaking, addressing 9,500 people. So, they were all happy, I would say.
And what did you study? What did you emerge as the best graduating student?
Okay, I studied Chinese language and literature.
Okay.
And thousands of 9,500 plus graduating students, and I was one of the best graduating students. And my Mandarin is very outstanding, so my school and my department picked me to represent all the international graduating students to give a speech on our graduation ceremony.
And, okay, so let me in on this. As I said, it's good to see you in English. Could you tell me, I'm glad to be here. Say it in Mandarin. Let me just listen to that. I'm glad. Sorry? Oh, wow. Even I could not take that apart. All right, so what are your plans now? Are you coming back to Nigeria, or will you pursue things further in China?
I would say if there are better opportunities back home, I would like to come back home because I really miss Nigeria. I miss my people. But for now, if I will be in China for now, if there aren't any opportunity back home, yes, I will be here pursuing more in this aspect.
Right, you started early. You said that you took an early interest in Mandarin when you were still in Nigeria, and you thought, okay, you know what, let me just go and pursue this further. And you decided to go to China for that. So what advice do you have for students hoping to pursue an education abroad?
Okay, I would say life in abroad is totally different from that back home. You will encounter moods, like switch of moods, mood swaps. When studying, maybe in the new environment, it's very difficult outside here, other than Nigeria, when you know you have your people close by, you have your parents, you have those who care for you, but here nobody knows you. So it's totally different and difficult to be in a new environment. But since I can make it, I believe you guys can also make it. So just come here, pursue what you came for, be serious with your studies, and of course, hard work will pay.
Right. Thank you, Ifoma. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Excellence like this deserves to be celebrated and remembered. If stories of young Igbo people shining abroad inspire you, subscribe to Enuani Cultural Forum. Let's keep telling the stories that make us proud. Thanks for supporting Enuani Cultural Forum. My name, once again, is Prince Onwadenim Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune, and I will see you in my subsequent videos. Bye-bye.